So welcome back to the Skate with Jake channel. As you know, I'm Jake, and thank you so much for your patience with me. Everybody who has subscribed. I work still my day job, 50-60 hours a week right now, and so John and I are actually committed though to bring you a good content video every 2 weeks. And so in this one, we're going to be dedicating it to David Perez, and we're going to be talking about rink etiquette and also talking about crossovers. And so really, with no further ado, we'll start talking about the things of the body and how you can cross over and not cross over. And so right now, I'm actually just in my shoes. I'm gonna back up a little bit here and to show you that if I try to go straight legged and cross over, it's really hard because you're gonna wanna hit. But if I slightly do a bend to my knees, just like this, it's way easier to cross over. Same thing backwards or forwards. So you really want to make sure you got that bend to your knees. Now, talking about balance and posture, I'm always going to bring up that 5-5 rule, okay? But for the kids, and when I was teaching, this actually really helped them to remember. So one, for the pelvis, isn't just kind of remember that butt goes out, but nobody walking with a cane, okay? So no canes out there, nobody kind of doing this effect. We don't want that. So keep that pelvis tucked in. We also don't want anybody with a hunchback. No hunchbacks out there. Quasimodo can go away. You need to be able to stand up straight. No shy people. You don't need to be afraid of the fact you're skating. You're out here having a good time. Keep those shoulder blades back, okay? Nice and center, so that's already to here. Also, stay out of everybody else's business. You don't need to be a nosy person. Keep that head out there, right? Keep it to yourself. And the last part is, while you're skating, you should always be proud of the fact you're skating. So nice and tall with your head, okay? Nobody like kings or queens kind of sitting on your throne, looking around everybody else. We don't want to do none of that. So be proud, right? Not nosy, no shy people, no hunchbacks, and no canes. And then obviously for the last 5 down below, definitely need that bend to the knees, okay? You need your shock absorbers. You got to be able to absorb that, okay? Really keeping that good bend to it. And then for your feet, obviously outside, inside, up on those toes, and in the heels, okay? So that's that good 5-5 rule. And after that, I'm gonna get on my skates now. I'm gonna show you the progressive levels from beginner to intermediate to advanced moves, all with doing our crossovers. And then when I'm all done, we'll talk about rink etiquette for you, David. And yeah, let me get my skates on. Alright, so let's talk about crossovers now. So as I said, we're gonna start from beginner, intermediate, and to advanced. Now, that posture, remember the posture, good bend to the knees. Now, the first beginning stage without raising our feet, right? That's something you actually can do right now, because you want to be able to, again, balance left and balance on the right. It's really important. But before we even raise our feet up off the ground, let's just do some figure 8s. So can you transfer one foot in front of the other? Sorry, it's a little uphill here. So forward and forward, just simply getting the one foot to come in front of the other. All right, just being able to transfer like that. Okay, that's like a first level of crossing over. Now, why do we have to be able to go left and right? Because being able to step and crossing over. All right, being able to do that. And that's the same as if you're going backwards, you know, the crossover. And this is more intermediate, being able to lift that leg and being able to cross over, because you need to be able to balance just for that momentary second to be able to cross over properly. Now, a more advanced move is when you're going backwards or forwards and being able to actually step behind yourself. It's a little different than going in the front, okay? So those are the basics of crossovers. Now, if you're skating backwards and you want good speed, right, good power out of it, you actually want this back leg to come behind you. You're sweeping it from behind you. It's a different kind of a crossover, but you can really get a lot of power out of this. Now, if I try to bring this foot, that feels weird because you can't lean into it. This is the one where you can lean into. So it's actually your back leg that's getting you to be able to sweep across and get that scissor action happening, okay? When you're going forward though, that's when you are going to step over. And it's not so much the back one, but it kind of is still this back one that's allowing you to still move going forward. But that's those crossovers, right, that we're talking about here in this video. And those are the things you really got to be able to work on. It's really that balance, being aware of yourself, where you're sitting into it, and whether which leg is coming behind and which one's going forward, okay? And that's kind of that left-right brain thing going on. And it's really a lot of fun to go to the music, to feel it just right. You're just, yeah. All right, being able to cross it all around, move it all around, be able to go whichever way you want to go. So, with rink etiquette, let's just tie that last little bit together for you, David. So, when you are a beginner inside the rink, first off, always go in the flow of traffic, whether it's going clockwise or counterclockwise. And for all you kids, and especially you kids out there, but also the adults, when you go to exit the floor, go still with the flow of traffic to exit. Don't just think you're gonna, I have had to grab a child and literally we fallen to the ground together. So please, for all of us out there that are skating, you're probably laughing at this, for those who've seen it before, exit with the flow of traffic. Now, for those who are beginners, get towards the inside of the floor where you're able to go slow. Makes sense, right? Because when you're going faster, you want more room to be able to travel. So fast, more advanced skaters on the outside of the floor, slower beginner skaters or more to the inside. I know you have to pass through the flow of traffic, but those who are advanced kind of know how to slow down for a second, take you into consideration and not hit you. Last part is, and I know I kind of do this, same thing when you're out there driving, right? Watch people's heads, watch how they're moving, the way they kind of move. So some people are gonna wanna weave in and out of traffic, right? Just be considerate of everybody else on the floor, all out there to have a good time and be safe. And that's really the last part of really rink etiquette. So, and then just thank you so much for your patience with me. Candy Plumber, I'm gonna be doing that T-stop video here. We'll be talking about that here real soon. And for those that love skating, skating is physical fitness, but it's also physical therapy. And for a guy like me and many of those that I skate with, it's just therapy. We love it so much, we just need it. And that's why we say skating, it's more than just 8 wheels. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video around for those that really need this content, be able to help them be able to safely skate and have a good time, because skating really is, it's more than just 8 wheels. So thank you so much, love you all, see you on the next one.